Welcome back to 15 Lanes Talk Game Week 25 review show. We are going to talk about all the games that happened all over the weekend as we saw Manchester United beat Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea beat Wolves, Arsenal went ahead to beat Sunderland, and Manchester City also went ahead to beat Liverpool to keep the title race going. Let's go! Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester United 2, Tottenham 0. Some of the biggest talking points going into this game. In our previous show, we asked the question, is Carrick going to make it 4 out of 4? And Carrick answered he has made it 4 out of 4. This is the first time in the long time for Manchester United to win 4 games out of 4. You understand? It's a rare occurrence. But on the other hand, Christian Romero went ahead to get that red card after making a reckless challenge on Casemiro. You understand? I think that red card cost Tottenham Hotspur. And remember, just last week, he got an injury. That Manchester City game with a knock. He never completed that game. And he went ahead on social media to call out the board for not signing many players. You understand? Because we all know Spurs are right now struggling with a lot of injuries, like 11 players are out injured. And whereby in this game, we thought even Van der Ven won't be playing, but we saw him play, which means he returned from injury and he went ahead to play this game, which was a huge boost for them. Plus Christian Romero, who was also doubtful, who left the Manchester City game with a knock, whereby he went on with his recklessness to get a red card. Now he's going to miss 4 games. In those 4 games, there is a North London derby. You understand, with all the injuries Tottenham Hotspurs have, he went ahead to make that reckless challenge. And Van der Ven is injury prone. Few moments later, we may see also Van der Ven going back to the sick bay. You understand, with an injury. Tottenham are now winningless in 7 games since this year started in the Premier League. They have not got any win. They just have draws. You understand? And also, Manchester United got their first win in 8 games against Tottenham Hotspurs, which means Tottenham Hotspurs have been humbling Manchester United every time they meet. And right now, Manchester United are just 3 points behind Aston Villa, who are in 3rd place, and 1 point behind Chelsea, who are in the 5th place, and 5 points behind Liverpool, who are in the 6th place. Since Carrick took over, everything has been going in the right direction for Manchester United. Wolves versus Chelsea. Wolves 1, Chelsea 3. Some of the biggest talking points in this game, we saw Liam Rafinha's perfect start in the Premier League still continues. He hasn't lost a single game in the Premier League. And the only Premier League team he has lost to is Arsenal, home and away, and that was in the Carabao Cup. You understand? So the guy is doing really, really well. And on the other hand, we saw Cole Palmer score his 4th hat-trick since joining Chelsea. That was also another record broken. You understand? Now he's the highest player to score many hat-tricks in the history of Chelsea. Remember, he just joined Chelsea in 2023. You understand? 2023-2024 season. But now he's there. He has many hat-tricks more than any Chelsea legend. Drogba, Lampard, Hazard, all name them. Cole Palmer is up there. In this game, we saw Wolves are still bottom of the table. They are now just waiting to be relegated because they just have 8 points in 25 games. They can't come back from that. I don't swear they will get a miracle to keep them in the league. They are just waiting for the day to come when they will be confirmed that fully relegated. Arsenal versus Sunderland. Arsenal 3, Sunderland 0. Some of the biggest talking points in this game. Arsenal maintained their lead of 6 points on top of the table. Also another clean sheet for David Raya. The last meeting between Arsenal and Sunderland, it was tense. It was an action-packed game, you understand, whereby Sunderland had to come back 2-1 to get that equalizer to tie the game and be the first team to score 2 goals against Arsenal this season. You understand? But yesterday, Arsenal just demolished them 3-0. You understand? And Victor Gyökeres was back on the score sheet with a brace. Now he has scored in back-to-back games for Arsenal, whereby also saw Martin Zubamende score his fifth goal of the season, and also in back-to-back games. He scored against Leeds last week, and he opened the deadlock against Sunderland this week. That's also a very, very impressive start there for Martin Zubamende. You understand? But the biggest thing is now Arsenal are still maintaining that lead of 6 points. Life without Saka and Odegaard. Remember last season or seasons before, every time Saka got injured or Odegaard, Arsenal fans would go in the panic. But this time around, both Saka and Odegaard were out, but the team is still flawless. You understand? So you don't see the need of Saka and Odegaard. You understand? Remember, during the winter breaks in the previous years, Arsenal would panic or be on pressure. Arsenal fans would be on pressure. We need to sign someone in January. We need to sign someone in January to improve here. Like last summer when Arsenal like last winter when Arsenal never had a striker and they had to play Mikel Merino as the striker. But this time around, everything has been calm and collected, whereby they were not in the panic mode to sign anyone. They were just praying for the likes of Havertz to come back from injury and other players, whereby Havertz has, since he came back from injury, has proved his worth. He has already assisted Gyökeres with he has already given Gyökeres 2 assists, and also Martinelli. Both of them have been assisting Victor Gyökeres in the past games. Yeah. Liverpool versus Manchester City. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2. Some of the biggest talking points of this game. Manchester City just got their second win this year in the Premier League. You know, Manchester City this year have been struggling to get wins in the Premier League, but they got that win over Liverpool, and it was a very, very important win for Manchester City because they went into this game when they are 9 points behind Arsenal. So it was a win or nothing else. Even a draw would be bad for Manchester City because they would be 8 points behind Arsenal. You understand? And also, they got their second win at the Anfield in 10 games. They just had one win in the last 10 visits at the Anfield, but they got their second win. And it's the first time since 2017 for Manchester City to beat Liverpool home and away. So a lot of records have been broken in this single game. We saw Haaland back on the score sheet, even if it was not in open play, a pen to help Manchester City win this game. This game, if you saw this game in the halftime, Manchester City played this game like they need to win it. You understand? They needed this game more. Liverpool in the second half, they came and they dominated there. They missed a lot of chances. Ekitike missed like 3 big chances in this game. And that wonder free kick from Dominic Szoboszlai, everyone thought, Liverpool maybe had won it. We don't see where Manchester City are getting back in this. Then Erling Haaland, who got back on the score sheet, remember, in this game he scored and also assisted. He's the one who assisted Bernardo Silva to make the game 1-1. And a few moments later, he scored the winner. And in this game also, we saw Dominic Szoboszlai getting a late red card there, which means he's going to miss Liverpool's next 3 games. You understand? And he has been one of Liverpool's best players this season, whereby him missing the coming up fixtures of Liverpool. Remember, Liverpool are right now struggling with defense issues. Philpong was injured, and also Conor Bradley. If we go on the other hand, Joe Gomez is also injured, which means right now the next games, if these 3 guys don't come back, Liverpool don't have any right back. You understand? Maybe they will get a right back from the academy, or Arne Slot will get another player who is going to convert to the right back position. A very big boost for Manchester City as Ruben Dias came back and played this game. You understand? So Manchester City are still putting pressure on Arsenal. They needed this game very, very much. This win was really, really important to them.